I should be mad that you never told me why. Still, I can't seem to say goodbye. Ooh, yeah. When I try to fall back, I fall back to you. Yeah. When I talk to my friends, I talk about you. Yeah. When the jealousy's strong, all I see is you, is you, is you. I do. Ooh, yeah. No, I haven't moved on, but trust me, I tried. Yeah. If I give you a call, don't hang up tonight. Yeah. When the jealousy's strong, all I see is you, is you, is you. I do. Is you, oh, you. Is you, is you. I do. I see your face in every stranger, everywhere I go. I hear your voice in conversations, every word you spoke. Nearly blocked you on my phone about 1,000 times. Yeah, I know I should say goodbye. Yeah, I know I should say goodbye. Ooh, yeah. When I try to fall back, I fall back to you. Yeah. When I talk to my friends, I talk about you. Yeah. When the Hennessy's strong, all I see is you, is you, is you. I do. Ooh, yeah. No, I haven't moved on, but trust me, I tried. Yeah. If I give you a call, don't hang up tonight. Yeah. When the Hennessy's strong, all I see is you, is you, is you. I do.
This is your radio, your station.
I see you calling. I didn't wanna leave you like that. It's 5 in the morning, yeah. 100 on the dash. 'Cause my wheels are rolling. Ain't taking my foot off the gas. And it only took me one night to see the end of the line. Staring deep in your eyes. Dancing on the edge, about to take it too far. It's messing with my head, how I mess with your heart. If you wake up in your bed, alone in the dark, I'm sorry. Gotta leave before you love me. 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 But when I leave the party behind, don't care if they notice. Yeah, no. I'll just catch a ride. I'd rather be lonely, yeah, than wrapped around your body too tight. Yeah, I'm the type to get naked, won't give my heart a full breaking. 'Cause I'm too gone to be staying. Dancing on the edge, about to take it too far. It's messing with my head, how I mess with your heart. If you wake up in your bed, alone in the dark, I'm sorry. Gotta leave before you love me. 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 Dancing on the edge, take it too far. Dancing with my head, mess with your heart. Sorry, alone in the dark, I'm sorry. Leave before you love me.
Yeah. Nah. Asked you once, asked you twice now. There's lipstick on your collar.
You say she's just a friend now, then why don't we call her? So you wanna go on with someone to do all the things he used to do to me? I swear I know you do. You used to take me out in your fancy car and make out in the rain. And when I ring you up, don't know where you are till I hear her say your name. Used to sing along when you play guitar, that's a distant memory. Hope she treats you better than you treated me. I'm onto you, yeah you. I'm not your number one. I saw you with her, kissing and having fun. If you're giving all of your money and time, I'm not gonna sit here wasting mine on you, yeah you. Ciao adios, I'm done. Ciao adios, I'm done. Ciao adios, I'm done. After 3, after 4 times, why did I bother? Tell me how many more times does it take to get smarter? Don't need to deny the hurt and the lies and all of the things you did to me. I swear I know you did. Now you take her out in your fancy car and make out in the rain. And when she rings you up, she know where you are, but I know differently. Now she sings along when you play guitar, making brand new memories. Hope you treat her better than you treated me. I'm onto you, yeah you. I'm not your number one. I saw you with her, kissing and having fun. If you're giving all of your money and time, I'm not gonna sit here wasting mine on you, yeah you. Ciao adios, I'm done. I'm done. Ciao adios, I'm done. No 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 no. Ciao adios, I'm done. I'm done. You're giving all of your money and time, I'm not gonna sit here wasting mine on you, yeah you. Ciao adios, I'm done. And now you take her out in your fancy car and make out in the rain. And when she rings you up, she know where you are, but I know differently. Now she sings along when you play guitar, making brand new memories. Hope you treat her better than you treated me. I'm onto you, yeah you. I'm not your number one. I saw you with her, kissing and having fun. If you're giving all of your money and time, I'm not gonna sit here wasting mine on you, yeah you. Ciao adios, I'm done. I'm done. Ciao adios, I'm done. You get on with your life. Ciao adios, I'll get on with my life. You're giving all of your money and time, I'm not gonna sit here wasting mine on you, yeah you. Ciao adios, I'm done. Light it up like dynamite. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar, I do the same thing I told you that I never would. I told you bad habits lead to late nights and then we're so young, boy.
This is your radio, your station. This is your radio, your station.
Everything's been so messed up here lately. Pretty sure he don't wanna be my baby. Oh, he don't love me, he don't love me, he don't love me, he don't love me, but that's okay. 'Cause I love me, I love me, I love me, I love myself anyway. Hey, everything's gonna be alright.
Good morning, everyone. Please make sure you're hitting the thumbs up. That show will start in about 5 minutes.
Just fine. It's gonna be a good, good life. I'm a mess, I'm a loser, I'm a hater, I'm a user, I'm a mess. For your love, it ain't new. I'm obsessed, I'm embarrassed, I don't trust no one around us. I'm a mess. For your love, it ain't new.
Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be just fine.
Just fine. It's gonna be a good, good life. I'm a mess, I'm a loser, I'm a hater, I'm a user, I'm a mess. For your love, it ain't new. I'm obsessed, I'm embarrassed, I don't trust no one around us. I'm a mess. For your love, it ain't new. Found. I filled your cup until it overflowed. Took it so far to keep you close. I was afraid to leave you on your own. I said I'd catch you if you fall. And if they laugh, then fuck them all. And then I got you off your knees, put you right back on your feet, just so you could take advantage of me. Tell me how's it feel, sitting up there, feeling so high, but too far away to hold me. You know I'm the one who put you up there, name in the sky. Does it ever get lonely, thinking you could live without me, thinking you could live without me? Maybe I'm the one who put you up there, I don't know why. Thinking you could live without me, live without me. Maybe I'm the one who put you up there, I don't know why. Gave love about 100 tries, just running from the demons in your mind. Then I took yours and made them mine. I didn't notice cause my love was blind. Said I'd catch you if you fall. And if they laugh, then fuck them all. And then I got you off your knees, put you right back on your feet, just so you could take advantage of me. Tell me how's it feel, sitting up there, feeling so high, but too far away to hold me. You know I'm the one who put you up there, name in the sky. Does it ever get lonely, thinking you could live without me, thinking you could live without me? Maybe I'm the one who put you up there, I don't know why. Thinking you could live without me, live without me. Maybe I'm the one who put you up there, I don't know why. Yeah. You don't have to say just what you did, I already know. I had to go and find out from them. So tell me how's it feel, tell me how's it feel, sitting up there.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday to everybody. I actually did not struggle as much as I did yesterday morning to get up, so I guess that's good news. It usually takes me about a week to get adjusted to this whole time change and whatnot, but this morning wasn't as bad as yesterday morning. The good thing about yesterday morning, though, is my kids didn't have school, so I really didn't have to get up at my normal time, which was like 6:15 in the morning. So yes. How about you, lady?
Hello.
What do you think of this time change?
I don't like it.
Well, this one, because we actually lose an hour, I think is probably the worst.
Yeah.
The one that happens, I guess, in the fall, where like you actually get like an extra hour of sleep. Is
Those are nice.
Yeah, that one I can handle a little bit better than actually losing an hour. So I'm still not used to getting up, like at 6 or 7 in the morning, and it's still like pitch black dark outside.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, this particular time change I don't like. I thought I heard somewhere though too that they were supposedly going to be doing away with the time change.
I hope so.
Isn't there there's like certain areas too, like certain areas in the United States, or like certain states that
Like Arizona,
that
they
don't
never have it.
Yeah, like they don't have time change, right?
Yeah, and I don't get it.
It's weird.
It is weird.
It's weird. So, like, how can we get on that list of not having a time
I know.
change?
Why did they get a pass?
I know, right? Well, again, happy Tuesday to everybody. Welcome to the Morning Shoe, hosted by yours truly, Battle Angel, and I have a very special guest host as well, Tiger Cats. Thank you for joining me this morning. Let me start off by taking roll call. So, the Uncle Lou was the very first person to comment this morning. So, good morning to you, sir. Brad Pitt, Florida Gators, of course, the lovely Tiger Cat, Slim Shady Canes, Jay Shipes, Jack Smith, Matt Dumit, Texas Rocks, Stingray, Walker Dog, Pigskin Pete. Good morning to you, sir, who is actually in Cherokee with Uncle Lou. So hopefully they'll call in this morning, and we can kind of see how they're doing.
Yeah, I want to hear how it's going.
Craven Moorhead. Good morning to you, sir.
Craven.
Traveling Fools. Michael Josie. Nick DTV, who we actually got to meet at Slobs this year. I think it was his very first Slob Olympics. So very nice guy. He is the one too that also blew everybody out in the 40, which of course
saw that.
we had to throw that out because I fucked up the countdown on that. So I apologize about that, Nick. Let's see who else we have here. Wet Blanket. Good morning, Wet Blanket. Okay, looks like that's it. I'm sure we'll have some more people trickle in as the time goes on. Trickle in.
Trickle in, people. Trickle in.
Broski Bear just joined. Welcome, Broski. Okay, so I heard Pete. He says that he is an NBA betting savant. So yes,
Oh,
I actually would like the both of them to call in because
Yes.
that story is amazing. Actually, I talked to Lou last night.
Oh, really? You know it already?
Well,
I
yeah,
don't know it.
I mean for the most part, I know it. I talked to Lou last night before I went to bed, and yeah, he was telling me all about that.
Well, I guess they're having fun.
Yes, they are. But things will get back to normal. Of course, tomorrow's Wednesday. There's no live shows on Wednesday, but he will be back. The great Uncle Lou will be back Thursday morning for the morning show, and then because he's indisposed today, there will not be a call-in show tonight on his main channel. So, but anyway, how are you this morning?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Doing really good. It's nice and cold or cooler now.
I know.
We had rain all day yesterday. All day. I don't know about you, but
I'm not sure if it rained yesterday. I don't think it was yesterday it rained. It did rain Sunday though. But
we had like storms and rain all day. And then it got cooler though, because the day before it was like 85 was the high. And I'm like, I feel like I'm in Texas again.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, it's supposed to be nice the rest of the week, and then we're supposed to get, like, I think when I checked the weather this morning, it said it was supposed to be, like, a 70% chance of rain Friday. And, Fridays is when I deliver papers. So that's the worst. I mean, number one, having to load them in your car while it's raining, and then,
Mm-hmm.
going to these stores, for the most part, a lot of them have like little awnings that you can kind of park under and then go, but a lot of them don't. So you're having to, yeah. So, I mean, if it's like drizzling, it's not so bad, but if it's like pouring down rain, it makes for a miserable day. Plus the fact that it's gonna be cold, so rain,
Mm-hmm.
cold, and delivering papers does not mix very well. I hate that.
I can't wait till you can do YouTube full time so you can get that job
Oh,
gone.
yeah. Well,
I
that's
worry about you when you have to drive all that, you
I
know?
know. Well, I mean, it's been a lot better because I think I remember. I think I talked to you about this before, but last year I was actually traveling to Dillon, South Carolina. So I was doing that once a week, and that's from where I live. It's almost a 3-hour drive, so 3 hours
Oh
one way.
gosh.
So I was basically in the car on Thursdays for 6 hours driving there and then
Wow.
driving back, and that was on Thursdays. So then I would have to get up like at 3:30 in the morning on Fridays to deliver a paper route. And so it made for a very long day. Now, granted, the money was nice, but I couldn't do it anymore. I just couldn't do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, but eliminating that has actually opened up more opportunities for me at the salon. So as of, like as I would have to completely block off my whole day for Thursday to do this task, like driving to Dillon, like I wouldn't be able to have any clients coming on Thursdays. But now since I don't do that anymore, like it's opened me up to actually, bring clients in on Thursdays, so I can take care of clients on Thursdays. So
That's good.
yeah. Yeah. So, but
The
yeah.
closer you can get to having to not do that other job, the better, you know? Because you'll
Yeah.
only be doing what you really love. Not that you don't like your job, it's just that, you know, like, this is way more fun, you know?
It is. It is. It actually is. I think
Than
I've
than
spoken to
driving.
yeah, I think I've spoken to Lou about that as well too. I mean, I wouldn't say that I would entirely get rid of, like the job that I have now. Well, of
Mhm.
course, I'm never gonna not do hair. That's
Right.
literally like my actual
Career.
career.
Mhm.
But for those of you that don't know, I actually work a second job, and the second job that I actually work is the one that pays all my bills. You know, so I don't think I'd ever really give it up entirely. But yes, I would love to not have to get up at 3:30 in the morning on Fridays.
Yeah. Well, trust
and
me,
then
if
and
you
then deliver for like, because even still, like, even though I get up at 3:30 in the morning, I don't actually start like my paper route that I do. I actually have 4 other drivers that I oversee as well, um, that have paper routes too. But I I don't normally start my route till about 5:30 in the morning, and then I'm usually done if I don't run into any problems whatsoever. If everything goes smoothly, I usually get done around like lunchtime, like noon, 1 o'clock. So yeah, if I could eliminate like that 7 hours, it
Mhm.
would be awesome.
Yeah.
It would be awesome.
Dang. Because that was a lot of driving. That's a lot of
Yeah,
driving.
it makes for a long day. It definitely makes for a long day.
And the fact that you have to go to other states even. I mean,
Well,
I know
with
it's right there, but
right well, yeah. When I was driving to Dillon every Thursday, absolutely. I mean, because like I said, that was a 3-hour drive one way, and then 3 hours back. And then, of course, I know you've heard people talk about Columbia, but like I would have to drive through Columbia, all the, every week
mm,
coming back, well, going there and coming back, and yeah, Columbia is a train wreck. A train wreck.
mm,
It didn't even matter. Like usually going to Dillon was okay, but then coming back, it was always I always ran into some sort of traffic or accident or yeah, it was awful. I hated it. I hated it. I couldn't
I
and
hated going through Jacksonville.
yeah, and
Ugh.
I mean, I know you've heard me say this before, but I could never do what like Raj does or like Slim does. I can't, I could never do something like that, like be a full time driver. I just couldn't. I don't have the
I
patience for
used
that kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean, after a while, driving does get boring because I used to think, God, that must. I even thought about that sometimes. Like, I would love to be a truck driver, right? So I could just because I do kind of like road trips because they can be relaxing. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, like for instance, when I was going to the slobs, I was like, ah, this is so nice road trip, and I was like, I want to get there now, now, now. I was getting like impatient, I'm like, this is supposed to be. I thought I was supposed to be there like an hour ago. Where am I? It's just like, but it's because I hit accidents and things like that. So, but no, I just it's not that bad of a drive.
Yeah.
6 hours. That was with traffic stops and everything. It should take me a good solid 5 hours normally,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which
And
isn't
look, and
that
that's better
bad.
than where you were at before. I mean,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Before I would have just probably flown if
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I have driven from Texas to Louisiana, and that's a 13-hour drive. So from Louisiana to Georgia would have been, yeah, it was close to 24 hours.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, cuz
but
I think
thank
I
God
remember
now I'm here.
yeah, I think I remember looking it up at one point in time cuz we were talking about how far it was from where I lived to where you were at in Texas, and I think when I looked it up it was like 19 hours, almost 20
Yeah.
hours to get
Hmm.
there. So, yeah. We would have had to meet halfway if you still
Yeah. It was
So
crazy
you
too.
drive 10 hours and then I drive 10 hours and then we'll just meet somewhere in the middle. So, and wherever it is that
Somewhere in
we
the
meet in the
middle.
middle, we'll have to figure out like something to do wherever I wouldn't even know where halfway would be like from,
Probably around Louisiana-ish.
you think?
Only because, like, okay, my sister was already in St. Augustine, right? And I was in Texas. From my house, or from the Texas house to my dad's house in Baton Rouge, it was 13 hours.
Mhm.
And then it was almost the same exact amount from my dad's house to my sister's house. So my dad was literally the middle point.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Okay.
he was literally about the same amount of hours it took him to drive, give or take 30 minutes,
Mhm.
whatever. So, but that's St. Augustine, you go up further. So for some reason, it's just like with me going from Florida to Isle of Palms was shorter for me than some people in Georgia.
Yes. Isn't that weird
It's
how
just
that
weird.
works?
It is weird. It's just
That
like,
isn't that weird how that works? I know. I don't know. But it's the same way too. Like no matter where like I travel. So for instance, like Cherokee, like I'll type the address in. When I'm going to Cherokee, and it'll take me one way. But then like when I'm coming home and I type the address in, to the GPS, it takes me a completely different way when I'm coming home. It's strange how that works. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's calculating. I guess like better routes,
it
as far as.
does.
But yeah, but I've never gone to Cherokee and then come back from Cherokee the same way. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, it does. I tell you, those map things can be hit and miss. They're getting better, it seems like. It seems like when I first started using it, I would just get more lost, you know?
Yeah.
But now this seems to be getting a little bit better. But still, I'll find, like, I'll put in a place, right? Since I'm new here, especially in the beginning, I needed to find out how do I get here, right? And I wanted to go to Michael's or something, right? And it took me to a neighborhood somewhere, not anywhere close near a Michael's. I'm like, all right, it's not here. So I called Michael's, and I was this was before they had diagnosed me with my ADHD, right? And I was still a little bit, whack.
Yeah. A
So,
little bit.
so I'm like, I call the guy at Michael's, and he's like, I said, I'm trying to get there, and my GPS just brought me to some really nice neighborhood that I can't even get in the neighborhood because it's gated and there's no guard there. I don't know where I am. Can you tell me where you are? And he's like, he couldn't explain it to me. And I just got so irritated with him. I don't remember what I said to him, okay? But I finally got there, and I was just hoping that he wasn't there or he didn't realize that it was me. So I went in real calm and normal and got my stuff. And
Mhm.
I didn't want to. Yeah, I don't know who if he was in there or not, but it was just like it was driving me crazy. Like he couldn't tell me how to get there. I'm like, you work there, you live there. You can't. I don't know where I'm going. Tell me how to get there.
Yeah. I'm telling
It's
you, I mean, before
crazy.
there was GPS and smartphones and stuff like that, when we would take trips, like we would have to print out like MapQuest. Do you remember MapQuest?
Remember my quest?
Yes,
Yeah.
like we would have to literally print out MapQuest, and it would have the directions, like step by step directions listed. But yeah, I remember having to do that. Here's the thing, though, and Lou can probably attest to this, but I am terrible at reading maps.
You
So
know,
trips via MapQuest are not good for me because I'm terrible at reading maps. I
I
mean, like
haven't.
I'm hard. It's hard for me to gauge like which way is north, which way is south, which way, unless I have like the little, like the little thing in my car that tells me which way is north, which way is south. Yeah, I have a
Hmm.
hard time gauging. So,
Well, what sucks about mine is, and I'm sure there's a way for me to figure it out, right? On the screen, because everything's electric now.
mm-hmm.
And Siri will tell me, go north on whatever road or the Google. And I'm like, but my thing only says if I'm going north, south, east, and what. Like this, there's no compass there. I'm sure there is somewhere in the menu if I just, but it just tells me what I'm doing. I don't have a compass. It just says you're going south, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? So I don't know necessarily. Tell me right or left, bitch,
I know,
Don't tell me
right?
north or south, east or southeast, southwest.
I
I don't
know.
have a compass in my brain.
Yeah, I know. Same.
It's
That's
like,
me. Same with me. I was like, can you please just tell me if I need to go left or right out of this wherever I'm at, wherever I'm stationary at. I just need to know whether or not I need to go left or right or straight. Don't tell me northeast, southeast, west. Just tell me left or right, lady. All right, that's all I need to know.
I know. It's crazy. And
Yeah,
sometimes it's perfect. Sometimes it's just perfect.
yeah.
She takes you right there to the door practically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now knock on the door. No, just you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's really good sometimes, and sometimes it's like a hit or miss, but it's getting better as the years go on,
Yeah.
I think.
Now, are you still? You may have. I think you may have mentioned this just a few minutes ago, but you're still kind of trying to find your bearings where you're at, like in St. Augustine. Like, are
Well,
you still
yeah, but
having to type stuff in the GPS?
sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
But the
Hell,
thing
I
is
still
where
do that here, girl. Don't. I mean, and
well, but
I mean, I've lived in Augusta for practically most of my life, and I'm still having to. I find that I still have to type in some addresses here, and like even like in Grovetown, I've been in Grovetown for almost 3 years, and there's still places in Grovetown that I haven't been to, but I'm having to type it in the GPS as well. And then like when I realize where it's at, I'm like, well, hell. I was like, sometimes it'll be like right down the street from where I am. But here's the thing with Grovetown, it's under construction right now. And I mean, it was under construction even before I moved out here. But like I said, I've been here for almost 3 years, and it's still under construction. And it's nobody knows when it's gonna not be under construction. And the worst spot that that it is as far as the construction is concerned is like probably like a mile and a half down the road from where I live. It's just
right.
crazy. And we're so close to like to the fort, Fort Gordon, that
Uh-huh.
traffic not only in the morning but around 5 or 6 o'clock, it's horrible, absolutely horrible.
Mm.
It takes you an hour to get anywhere. You know.
See, that's how, when I lived on the border, even though it was like a bunch of towns like stuck together, that it's so it's so rapidly growing that it was way too populated. It's way too populated down there. They're constantly having to increase road sizes and highways and everything because it's just growing by leaps and bounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I hated the traffic there. Like it's actually better here where there's probably more. Well, I don't know because in that, like I said, it's a bunch of little towns, right? All conglomerated together, the Rio Grande Valley, right? But it's millions of people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane. It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I will be, as you know, I'll be moving a little bit further south to the next town, which is really, really in November when I move into my condo. But it's like that town is really small, but it's like a maze.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I I have to put my GPS on with that, and I still get lost, even though she's telling me the right thing because there's wait till you see it, girl. Whenever I move in the condo and y'all come visit me, wait till you see how this town is set up. You can't even really it's not even good for walking or anything because the streets are small. It's like a tiny town with a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Like it has every single franchise thing you could imagine, but it's all set up real cute. It's like it was built in like 1950, that town. And St. Augustine is the oldest town in the United States. So that's like brand new,
Yeah.
that little town. Well, in the 50s, but it's, yeah.
Excuse me. Traveling Fool says party at TK's condo.
Ooh, yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's on intercoastal waterway too. Intracoastal waterway. We're gonna see dolphins. We're gonna see manatees. We're gonna see sharks. We're gonna see surfers. Not really surfers, but
Oh, I don't know if I don't know if I told you. Did I tell you this? So, Lou and I, went up to Isle of Palms Wednesday. And then Thursday we met up with Nate and his mom and his aunt, in downtown Charleston. So we were taking them out to the marina, like the marina and the dock or whatever like that, and taking them down to see the pineapple fountain and everything. No kidding. I got a video of it. I'll have to download it or send it to my email or whatever. But we saw a dolphin. Like, yeah, it was amazing. And like this is the closest I'd ever seen a dolphin. Like, because like looking off on the dock too, like you could see how shallow the water was. Like you could actually see the bottom, like bottom of the ocean floor where the dolphin was located at. And I've just never seen a dolphin that close up. It was amazing.
My sister's like she goes swimming in the springs, right? And there's manatees all over the place, but you can't touch them. But she'll swim right next to them, dude. She loves them.
Oh man,
They're very
I've
friendly.
never done that. I've never done the swimming with the dolphins thing. I've heard it's really fun though.
I mean, well, she goes to the springs. This is like the actual nature.
Oh
Place,
yeah,
but you can't. You're not allowed to touch the manatees. They say don't because they're very very friendly. They want to play with you, right? And they'll come up to her and they'll swim with her, and she'll just kind of swim around them, but she won't touch them, And she just loves them. She loves the manatees and the dolphins. She is a like it's funny too because I don't know if have you ever heard of the water babies? Have you ever heard of that?
I have heard of that. Yes.
Okay. When I was little, our parents would put us in water babies, which is basically where you take your infant and take them to teach them how to swim, right?
Yeah, you basically just throw them in the water. I'm like, here
Basically,
you go.
yeah. So she learned and I learned quick, but she's really into it now. She goes down underwater and she goes and swims with the manatees and shit. She has a great time. I want to start doing that.
Yeah, I would love.
That's a good form of exercise. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to like scuba dive.
That's kind of like what she's doing, but she's not actually scuba diving. She'll get up to the air, to the top to get air and stuff.
So like snorkeling
But,
almost.
She does snorkeling and just swimming underneath. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
that would be so much fun.
She's, yeah. I can't, I really, and I told her, because I know manatees are sweet, and everything, but they're so big, right?
They are.
And I said, you don't feel so scared being next to her? She's like, no, not at all.
Well,
She loves it.
Yeah, well, this dolphin that we saw was actually pretty big too. And like I said, I couldn't. I mean, like it had no fear. And I think at one point in time, it was actually like showing off.
Trying to play.
Yeah, like showing off for us. And I didn't get this part on video, but like at one point in time, like it flipped over on its back and like was swimming, like, you know, like on its back and like showing us. It was just amazing. Like I said, I'd never seen a dolphin that close up.
It's so cute. God, I love like
love that,
dolphins and
TF.
stuff
He
like.
said, BA, come diving with us. I'll teach you. That'd be awesome. Yes, I'd love that.
I want to learn too. Let me come.
I would love that. I know I've seen those videos, TF, on your channel of you guys snorkeling and diving and stuff like that. I mean, I would love to learn how to do that. So I guess, I don't know if Pete and Lou are still listening, but I would love.
We want to hear stories.
Yeah, we want to hear stories. People are wondering about this this NBA savant thing, Pete. So, I mean, I kind of already know the story, but other people would like to know as well. So
I wish I could get into basketball. You know, I wish I could get into other sports like I am college football. So I'm happy. I'm always happy now, but I'm just saying, like, I'm sports happy all year round. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I get my fill of sports that I love. But
Yeah.
I guess if I sit there and watch it enough, I'll start liking it.
It's so I don't know. It's like, I mean, I never thought that I'd really get into, you know, college football, but I'm just being with Lou, I guess, has kind of gotten me into it. And I mean, like I find myself like getting angry at the same things that he gets angry at.
Yeah.
And, you know, like in the beginning, I didn't even know what the hell I was getting angry about. You know?
Yeah.
So like he would have to explain it to me. So, but now that I have a little bit more of an understanding of what's going on, it's helpful.
And going to a game is you get the experience.
Man, that was so fun. That was so fun. I mean, my first college football game. Now, I mean, I had been to an NFL game before. I think my ex and I went and saw. He won tickets to go see. I think it was the Carolina Panthers. I can't remember who they were playing though either. It might have been the Falcons. I'm not sure, but it was in Charlotte. They played in Charlotte. That I do remember. And I didn't. I mean, like my ex wasn't a huge football fan or sports fan either. But he, like I said, he'd won the tickets, and I mean, like we didn't want to miss out on an opportunity to have a night out in Charlotte or whatever. So so we ended up going and staying the night in Charlotte, and then I think we got up the next morning after the game was over and walked around downtown Charlotte and then headed back home.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been nice to see downtown Charleston when I was there too, but
Right.
I just had so much fun meeting everybody. I didn't care. But I didn't go earlier.
It's in the
either.
description, Uncle Lou. But I will post it. Yes. I will post it. There you go. There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
This is gonna be a good story. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
I love their bromance.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
So
I'm
cute.
really glad that Pete got a chance to go and hang out with him. So, because I mean, if you guys have been listening to Lou like you should be doing, you know how much he hates going there by himself. So I'm glad that he got a chance to. Pete got a chance to go and hang out with him.
It's so cute how excited they are and all. It's just so cute.
Yes, y'all stop bullying Uncle Lou, okay?
What are they doing?
No, Paul said Uncle Lou's being dumb.
Oh.
I know, right? Traveling Fools, this guy Lou is a newbie. How long have you been around, Uncle Lou?
Oh, because of the StreamYard link.
Yeah. So, good morning.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Can y'all hear me all right?
Yes, we
Yep.
can hear you perfectly.
All right, good. The phone reception in this hotel fucking sucks.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
It's not that bad in my room, but Lou's room for some reason is worse.
You would think a place like that would have better Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me, but
Are
yeah,
you sitting back in your lounge chair with your cigar and your goblet of whiskey?
No, I just got done drinking a green smoothie, and now I'm drinking what Lou called, what'd you call it? A gay coffee?
It's an iced vanilla latte.
Yeah.
A skinny
A
iced vanilla
skinny
latte.
iced vanilla latte from Starbucks.
that actually sounds really good.
It is.
Let me guess. Lou got his regular white chocolate mocha, hot, no whip.
You
Yes.
got, and you call my drink gay? White chocolate mocha. Did you get sprinkles on it too? So Lou told you the story about how I'm tearing the house down betting on the NBA, right?
Yes, he told me the story last night, but the folks in the comment section and Tiger Cat has not heard the story, so we would love for you to enlighten us this morning.
Well, I haven't seen an NBA game since probably 1988. But yesterday I had a 2-team parlay. Who did I bet on? I don't even know who I bet on. Yeah, he kept going. Who'd you bet on again? I go, I don't know. Let me look at my ticket. But I did win, so I'm 100% on betting on the NBA. So I told Lou when I get back home, I'm changing my channel from a college football YouTube channel to an NBA YouTube channel.
Yes, there you go.
Well, then I'm gonna have to get into basketball.
Yeah, watch out, bad dog. Here comes Pete.
So, I mean, he told me that you actually won your parlay.
I did.
Yeah.
I only wish now that I would have bet more money. So I would have won more money. But
Parlays are hard to hit, right? I mean,
yeah, it was only 2 teams, so you have to win both of them. But, the more
Yeah.
teams you bet, the harder it is.
So the last time I talked to him, I guess his second team that Lou bet on, was still playing, but he was winning. So did he hit his parlay?
He did not.
Oh.
Nope. So he's over.
that's why he's not on right now.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Stop
He's
bullying
thinking of-
me.
I told him next time he's in Cherokee, instead of calling Bad Dog for NBA information, he needs to call me instead.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, because the first time before you got there, he had called. I remember him telling me that he had called Bad Dog or texted Bad Dog, and he lost that. He lost that bet too.
Also, I got Uncle Lou hooked on roulette now.
Yes, he told me that. He told me that.
Yeah.
How hard is it?
Well, it's 100% luck, But
Well, that's what I thought. But how do people do so good at it, though? Like, how are people professional gamblers? How do you become a professional gambler? That's like being that you have to be a psychic.
Well, I don't know if there's professional roulette players, but I mean that's mostly poker and stuff like that strategy. There is a little bit of strategy to roulette, but not really. I mean, it's still just a luck of what the number is.
Yeah, I was overwhelmed. I'm not sure if Lou told you, but I was overwhelmed because not this last time him and I went together, but the time before, we were like, well, yeah, let's just go walk by the roulette table, and if there's this open spot, we'll go over there and we'll just we'll play a little bit. And I mean, for the most part, I was just betting on red or black because I don't even know how roulette works, but there were people on there. And I kept asking him, I was like, well, why are people just putting all these chips on these numbers and shit like that? And while we were sitting there playing, one of the guys put some money on, I guess, the 00, and it's green, right? The 00 is green. And
Yeah.
he hit that shit. And I can't even remember how much he had won, but it was
What's his name, Pete?
I mean, I was amazed at how many chips he had gotten because the 00 had hit. And I was like, oh my God. I mean, what
Yeah.
are the odds of that? But yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. I get scared. But the also thing that I really want to, I guess try my hand in is the craps. But for now, I don't know if he showed you the machine that I have that I like to play. It's
Yeah,
like
what's it called again? The bubble machine?
Yeah, that's what he calls it. That's what he calls it. So,
Yeah.
The last time we were there together, I think I ended up winning at $300 off that machine.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Nice.
He actually, we sat down with that bubble machine, and he tried to explain to me how to do it. And everyone's looking at me like, God, get this guy out of here. I had no clue what I was doing. No, I never even got to roll the dice. I only, I think I spent I put $20 in that thing, and I lost it within 5 minutes. And I was like, all right.
Dang.
Yeah. So, but that's generally how it works with us when we go. Like he likes to play. I mean, I like to play 21, blackjack as well. But yeah, since I found that machine, or since he found that machine for me, I tend to find myself going to that machine and playing that machine for the most part.
Yeah.
So, what's on the agenda for today for you guys?
I don't know. It's good. I guess more of the same.
Yeah.
Well, the NBA is fucked, I can tell you.
Yeah.
Sounds like Lou's not going to be making any more bets on the NBA.
Yeah. I will be.
Oh man.
Pigskin Pete's gonna do another parlay.
Yeah, parlay.
With 3.
Yeah.
With 3.
With 3. You've been getting some good eats there, Pete?
Yeah, I mean, we went to that noodle place last night for dinner. That was good.
Yeah, I love that place.
I think when I got here yesterday afternoon, it was lunchtime. We had a burger at that. What's the name of that? Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah. The little Gordon Ramsay snack area.
Yeah, I was disappointed though because we wanted to go have sushi last night, but the sushi place is only open on the weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How do they make money?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
It must be that good.
I guess. Yeah, I guess we were there, and I guess on Saturday maybe. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense then, because we were able to get sushi. I think Saturday afternoon when we were there. I can't remember.
They rolled it right in front of you.
Yeah.
It's good.
The other thing too is that big circle bar right in the middle of the casino.
Yeah.
It's closed too.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if it was just closed for yesterday or if that's just also open on the weekend. I don't know.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is it just really slow during the week, or?
It was actually yesterday afternoon was pretty slow, but it was crowded last night. I mean, I was surprised for a Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I wanted to go sit at that circle bar and watch the NBA, and it was closed, so I had to go to the other bar instead.
Wow. Well, I mean, hopefully you'll have some luck today.
So,
are you planning on doing another two parlay? What is it? 2-team parlay? Is that what it is?
I don't know. I might get crazy and do a 3-team parlay.
So look, there's a bunch of 7 o'clock games and 8 o'clock games. We're gonna parlay 2 of those, and then we're gonna roll our winnings over into these 2 10 o'clock games.
There you go.
But don't let Uncle Lou pick the teams. You need to pick the teams.
Lou has a plan already. He has an itinerary.
Yeah. That's
He's
actually
got
a good
an
idea.
itinerary.
Just bet
and
on the
after
uniforms.
that,
Oh yeah. Well, no, that didn't work out for me last
I did
time.
that last time.
Yeah.
Google her about a football game, playoff game. I said, hey, Google
Playoff
this
team
team,
in
Google
there?
that team, and tell me which uniform is better. She
Yeah.
did it. I bet on that team and they fucking lost.
Yeah. Don't ask me to do that. Don't ask me to do that again. That's too much pressure. And then I feel bad when they lost. And then I felt bad when they lost. And I was like, well, look, you're the one that asked me to do it based on their uniforms, okay?
Yeah.
But for the record, they were winning. They were winning up until, I guess, what was it, that last second field goal that they made? The other team made. Yeah. So.
Might even bet on some hockey. How about that?
Oh. How about
Well,
that?
baseball classics still on?
I was mad too. Well, I was happy that I won the parlay, but for those of you who know about betting, both the teams I bet on were big time underdogs. So I just picked them just to cover the spread. Well, both of the teams won outright. So if I would have bet the money line and parlayed that, I would have won how much more?
Oh,
A few,
6 or 7 times your money.
6 or 7 times more. Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's,
The one was a 14-point underdog.
yeah.
It had to be like plus 300 on its own.
Right.
That's crazy.
You
So
know-
this is your first time at Cherokee, right? Is that right, Pete?
Yeah, I've never been here before.
Okay. How are you liking it?
I like it. I mean, it's a lot different than Vegas, obviously.
Yeah,
Because
obviously.
all there is to do is here is either eat or gamble, really.
Yeah, so when Lou tells you guys that there's literally nothing to do at Harrah's and Cherokee, I mean, he's not lying.
Yeah.
He's not lying.
Okay. Because I was thinking about bringing Mrs. Pete here. Because, we're going to be up here next month.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not here, but in Maggie Valley. It was only about 30 minutes away. And so she was like, we could go up there for a day, just, leave the kids at the cabin or whatever and just go up there for an afternoon or something. I'm like, well, as long as you know that there's really nothing to do other than eat and gamble.
Gamble.
Well, I guess, hold on, there is a spa here, isn't there? Yep. Okay, well, there is a spa. There is that. I'm not interested in that, but she would be.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that the last time him and I were there together, like, you definitely, I don't know if he told you this, but you definitely probably have to call and make a reservation ahead of time at the spa for her.
On weekend you do.
Yeah, on the weekend,
on
maybe.
the weekend. Okay, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be. I really wish the stars would align and like we could all join. Like we could all be there together. But I mean, it sucks that your kids is a spring break is a week after our kids' spring break. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that would have been so fun. And then you and Luke could have done your thing, and then me and Mrs. Pete could have done our thing. But yeah, that would have.
All she does is play the slot machines.
Hey, I'm down with that. So, at least I'd have somebody to play the slot machines with, because Lou won't play the slot machines with me. Every now and then he will, but no, he'd rather.
I got
play.
Lou to play the slot machine last night. Well, he got mad as hell. He was in there yelling at the damn machine, slapping the screen and shit.
Yeah, he always gets frustrated because I mean he's not wrong. 'Cause, like you put $100 in there, and I mean it's really the luck of the draw, with the slot machine. But
yeah.
I mean you can lose that $100 within like 5 minutes, So.
Well, the first thing when I got here, we walked down to the casino. He was going to give me a tour of the place because this place is like a maze.
Oh, it's huge. It is.
Yeah,
huge.
so he's like, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a tour so you don't get lost in here. And so he's like, hold on, I need to go to the bathroom real quick. And I said, all right, I'll wait right here. Well, while I was waiting, I was standing watching this old lady play this slot machine. And within 2 minutes, she won $700 on that thing, or like $670 or some shit.
Wow.
Like, holy shit.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know how they do it. Like I like to watch those people too. And it's crazy. Like they must have like I don't know, like I don't know what they have, but yeah, I've seen people do that too as well. And like I always like when I'm playing the slot machines, like I'll hear all these bells and whistles going off, and I'm like, well, damn it, that's me. I need that. I need the bells and whistles to go off for me. Let's come on. So well, I'm glad you guys are having a good time.
The slot machines. Have y'all ever seen the old Twilight Zones?
Yes.
Okay, remember that one, Pete, called the Fever? Was it the Fever? Yeah, the Fever. This guy and his wife win a trip to Las Vegas, right? And he's totally against gambling. But some drunk guy said, "Here's a quarter. I'm okay, this machine. Go play." And he's like, this guy is so uptight, right? And the wife's like, "Oh, go put it in the machine. It's going to be so much fun." And he's like, "No, Cora," or whatever her name was. All right, well, it's here. So he puts it in, right? And then he gets a little bit of money. And then he gets hooked. And he goes crazy. And the whole night, he starts gambling and gambling and gambling, trying to get that money back, right?
It's hard. It's very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes so crazy. He's in his room. He sees, he's looking in the mirror, and all of a sudden the door to his room opens, and there's that machine going, "Franklin, Franklin, Franklin." He freaks out, starts coming at him. He freaks out and jumps out the window and dies.
Oh my
Jesus
gosh.
Christ.
So
Yeah.
I think I think I've talked to you about that too as well, TK. Like it's hard. Like the last time we were there, Lou and I were there together. I mean, we were sitting down. I think we were eating or something. I can't remember. But I told him, I said, you know what? I can see how people get addicted and hooked on this shit.
Oh,
because
God.
the first time I ever played that quote unquote bubble machine. I think we had put like $100 in or something like that, and at first I was, I was winning. You sit there and like when you start to get on a winning streak, it's like, oh yeah, like I gave myself a particular cutoff. I was like, okay, if I'm up $200, I'm gonna cash out. But then once you hit that $200, you're like, okay, you know what? Yeah, it's so hard to walk away. It really is. I think at one point in time, I actually lost. And I was back down to even, so at that point in time, I cashed out. And I told Lou, I was like, yeah, I need to step away for a minute because if I didn't, I was probably gonna lose it all. And he was like, yeah, sometimes that's what you need to do. So then the second time I went back, that's when I ended up winning $300. So when I got it up to $400, I was like, okay, I'm done, and I cashed out. But it's so hard. And I told him, I was like, I can see why people get addicted to this shit. I mean, it's crazy.
At a place like this, because in Vegas, you can walk away from the table and then there's a million other things you can go do, right? But here, if you say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and cash out and walk away, then you cash out and walk away. You're like, okay, now what am I going to do?
Right.
There's nothing else to do.
Right. So
then you
even
just go
in
find
Vegas,
somewhere else to lose your money.
Right. And even in Vegas, you can kind of hop from one casino to the next too, right? So, with being in Cherokee, it's not like that. It's like, so
right.
Yeah, I can understand that. I see you back there, Slim. I'll get you in just a second. So
Lou's going back to his room to get dressed real quick, he says.
Oh yeah.
He's getting ready.
He's getting ready.
So are y'all gonna have breakfast?
I don't usually eat breakfast.
Yeah, neither does Lou. I think the coffee that they got is considered their breakfast.
Yeah, my gay coffee drink is usually my
Hey, I would drink a skinny latte as well. Don't worry.
This man was drinking coffee at 11 o'clock last night. I was like, dude, if I drank coffee at 6 p.m., I wouldn't sleep all night.
Yeah, he did that Saturday night when we started the live the A&Q on Saturday night. He made himself a cup of coffee at 11:30 at night. I'm like, what are you doing? I was like,
yeah.
And then we ended up doing that show for 3 hours, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know. He's weird though. He can generally, have 3 cups of coffee at 11 o'clock at night and still go to bed.
Yeah.
He's strange like that. So.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm sensitive to caffeine. Yeah.
Well, if you have to go, Pete, we appreciate you calling in.
All right. Yeah, Mrs. Pete was just calling me a second ago. I guess I better call her back.
Yeah. Call her back. So, well, thank you for coming on.
All right. Have a good show, ladies.
Yeah, and good luck. And good luck today.
All right. Thanks.
Good luck.
You're welcome. Yay, I'm glad they called in.
Yeah, that's funny.
Good morning, Slim.
Slim!
Well, I just had a message for the Two Stooges, so I hope they're still listening.
I'm sure they probably are.
I'm gonna need them to take their man cards out of their wallets and put it in their purse along with their balls and turn those in expeditiously because they're about a half step away from showing up with shaved faces and capri pants. Unexpected.
Oh, God.
What in the blue fuck kind of coffee order was that?
You know what makes it even
You'll
worse?
never see Slim.
Yeah.
You'll never see Slim drinking any kind of frou-frou latte.
The last time I had Starbucks was 2019. I think, or 2018, something like that. I think it was 2019. There was a Starbucks in the hotel we stayed at.
Uncle Lou says stop bullying him and his boyfriend.
Well, I was going to say skinny jeans and capri pants, but he's already there with the skinny jeans. So. Him and Kevin Garnett are the only two 40-year-old men running around in skinny jeans.
Oh my gosh! If anybody else would like to join the StreamYard, the link is in the description, and I'll drop it again in the chat.
I just felt they needed to be told that because I'm sure they weren't reading the comments section. And
No,
I'm
no.
just
I,
speaking
yeah, I
on their
can't even
behalf.
see the comments. I can't see nothing.
Yeah. That's hilarious. What makes it even worse, Slim, is that so there's a Starbucks inside the Harrah's, the casino. Um so Lou has been there so often that they actually already know his order. Yeah. When he goes down to Starbucks to get his coffee, they already know his order.
Gosh.
Last time I was in a Starbucks, I stood there for half an hour staring at their menu trying to find coffee, and it's not on their menu anywhere.
You know,
It's
it's,
just coffee.
well, it took me a very long time to like actually, get like the venti, the grande or whatever. Like when I was ordering stuff from a Starbucks, like I would just be like, yeah, I just want a large, and they'd be like, oh, so you mean venti? And I'm like, yeah, whatever a large is. So-
Yeah, and that's a bunch of bull too, because a venti and a small are practically the same size. You just get about 5 more drops in the big one. They don't look different at all, hardly. They're barely bigger. You know what I mean? Or at least the last time I had Starbucks. I haven't had it in a while since
Now
I lived in Texas.
I do have to keep it completely fair. You two knuckleheads, what are y'all gonna do if the internet goes down tomorrow?
Are you talking to me
Us
and
or
TK?
them?
Yes, y'all can't find your way around town, much less.
I guess we'll just be SOL.
If I didn't have that Google Maps, especially because I don't live here, right? I would end up somewhere like in Miami or, I don't know where I'd end up. I'm so bad.
I get that I drive for a living, but like I used my GPS for like the last 10 miles of that trip to Isle of Palms.
Oh, did you really?
Like, well, I mean, I knew how to get to Charleston basically.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just getting to the exact address was really all I needed it for.
Yeah. Oh no! From the moment we left Augusta, my GPS was rolling. Yeah, rolling.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Well,
Good
on
morning,
top
Ballard.
Of the map, there's these big
Good
signs
morning.
along the interstate that tell you where you're going.
I know. Well, that's the thing. Like, so we started on the highway, okay, but then like the GPS, because I don't know if it was like a shorter route to get to Isle of Palms, but then like it took us through like back roads, like through like Wagner, South Carolina, and things like that. So, then after we got out of Wagner and like got towards Orangeburg and shit like that, like it took us back on the main road. But for the most part, yeah, like it took us, through back roads and shit like that.
Piece of life advice. In your vehicle, always have a Rand McNally Road Atlas within arm's reach. You'll never get lost anywhere in America.
Well, if I could read a map, that would be helpful.
Oh God.
It's hard enough for me to decipher which way is north, south, east, and west. So yeah, you don't want me reading a Rand McNally.
Well, here, I'll buy you a box of Cracker Jacks. They usually put a compass in the bottom of it.
Thank you, I appreciate
yeah.
that.
I used to love Cracker Jack prizes.
Or maybe I can sync my smartwatch and find if there's a compass on my smartwatch.
Jesus, there we go. Yeah, but that does you no good if the internet goes down tomorrow.
That's true. Damn, we'd be screwed, TK. We would absolutely
Dude.
be screwed.
It's so hard for me to think of times like in the 80s and 90s when we didn't have all this, but yet I was happy, thought things were, but it's like now we're so spoiled with everything is at the touch of a button now.
Yes.
You could talk to anyone in the world, and there's good and bad, of course, with it. But
Yeah, of course, Ballard wouldn't know anything about that, the damn millennial.
I know, millennial. He also doesn't know what it's like to have Alabama sex. How does that feel, Christian?
Wow.
I mean, Ballard.
wait. To have Alabama what?
Suck. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, but it was funny.
I kind of remember the Mike Shula days, but barely.
What were you, like 3?
3, 4, 5, whatever.
But you didn't care as much then.
Right.
That's the difference. No, I'm just teasing, though. I mean, for them to go to a season with 10 and that's a bad year for them, that's, pretty good. So.
Yeah.
And actually, just for the record, millennials are bad enough. Let's not try and add people like Ballard in with millennials.
Yeah. Well, and I guess in his case, though, too,
Yeah,
he'd
Ballard's
be
not
more
really
of a Gen
millennial-ish.
Zer, right? Like, isn't Gen
Yeah, he'd be Gen Z.
Gen Z, because I think my oldest is a Gen Zer, too. But see, that's the thing, though. They
Technically,
keep
I'd fall under
changing.
millennial.
Yeah, they keep changing, like, the dates as far as all this is concerned and coming up with, like, new...
Changing on a daily basis, too. It's
Yeah.
like always stupid.
So you're Gen Zer today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow it may change, but as of today, you're a Gen Z.
And what's going to come after Gen Z?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
AA?
How did they come up with this shit?
Double A? I know. Generation double A.
Uh-huh.
No, because they had.
We're going to start with the Greek alphabet then.
Oh, I love being a member of Gen X just because the X is so cool. It just sounds cool, like
Yeah.
Gen
I'm
X.
a Gen Xer.
I'm a Gen
I
X.
think I'm like barely on the cusp of a
You're
Gen
almost
Xer.
Gen Xer.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah, so.
See, it's Slim and Ballard. Yeah, well, Slim acts like a Gen Xer. Slim's a Gen Xer. I don't care what age he is. He's a Gen Xer for sure. And Ballard probably could pass too.
I hear what you're saying, Paul. He says y'all are going to need to embrace paper again. I hear what you're saying, but I will tell this to anybody. If an apocalyptic situation happens, I'd be done. I'd absolutely be done. Like, I need to befriend, like, a doctor, a carpenter, a chef. So, I want to be a part of their community.
What good is what good is a doctor going to do you these days?
That's true.
Drug dealers.
Exactly.
In an apocalypse situation, they can write crap on their notepad all they want, but good luck going to a pharmacy to fill it out, that prescription.
That's true. You're absolutely right. That's true. And I guess in an apocalyptic situation too, it's like, I mean, really the only thing I guess they'd be able to do would be, if you maybe stitch you up. I don't know. But yeah, I wouldn't make it on my own in an apocalyptic situation. Like,
No way.
Maybe I need to become like one of those preppers. Like, I need to start prepping.
Right? Exactly.
I need to start prepping. Well, hell, like I was just talking to, I think, my kid the other day about so you guys may have heard me tell this story before, but like my neighbor that lives behind me, like when I first moved in here, like he was telling me, oh, don't worry about your lawn. He's like, I work on lawnmowers, so when I'll cut your lawn for you and stuff like that. Well, come to find out, like 2 weeks ago, he actually left his wife. So he no longer lives there anymore, and she decided that she was going to move to Mississippi with her daughter. So now I have nobody to cut my lawn for me, and he was also the guy that when I had a busted pipe when it got really cold, he was the one that fixed it. So I don't even know what I'm going to do now.
Lou, are you still listening? She needs somebody to cut her grass.
Shit. And that's the thing,
That's the
too.
last person you're going to call.
Right. So last time he was on here, I remember him saying that he hates doing lawn work, like yard work. I'm the same way. Like when we were little and like my dad would go out there and be like, hey, can y'all pick up pine cones or whatever, stuff like that? I'd be like, no. Like, I absolutely hate doing lawn work. So I was thrilled, over the moon, when I moved into this place, and the guy was like, yeah, don't worry about your lawn, I'll cut it. And then so finding out that he left his wife, and that he moved away, and that she was moving away, I was like, well, fuck, what am I gonna do now? So my 16-year-old, my middle son, was like, well, I can cut the lawn for you. I was like, well, even still, if I buy a lawnmower, where the hell am I going to put it? I have no place to store it. So I have no place to store it. So
Well, they should be doing it there, though.
well, that's not part of. Yeah, I mean, we have to maintain.
Y'all don't have fees for that? Oh.
No, we have to maintain our own. We have to maintain our own lawn. But I do know that there are a couple of kids that that live in the neighborhood that have come to my door before and knocked. Hey, can I'll charge you $10 if you let me mow your lawn. So I guess I'm gonna enlist the help of them to do it for me.
Yeah, that's not bad. $10. It's
I
not
don't
bad.
understand the hate for cutting grass. I love cutting grass.
It's not the cutting grass itself. It's just being out there. Period. Well, not only that, but I mean, I'm
Are you a vampire?
no. Well, no. I am like I'm a walking allergy. I'm allergic to grass.
too.
I'm allergic to yeah. You name it, I'm allergic to.
Pollen stuff, and
Mhm.
yeah,
So
it's more outdoor stuff.
Yeah.
You want to know how to make that better?
Take some allergy medicine.
No.
What?
Get outside in it. Get around it.
Force
Seriously.
yourself to
Yeah.
get used to it.
First, when I first moved up to Alabama, the pollen was so bad. My grandfather's like, "Come on, yard work will help you."
And did you do it?
Oh, I did it. Yeah, he had me pulling weeds, cutting down branches, and
Well, good for you. You won't catch me out there doing it.
You
I
like
used to
that
have-
lake
have
house,
to
huh,
cut my
Ballard?
grandmother's. I used to have to cut my grandmother's yard. She had 10 acres.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Hey.
What'd you use, a push mower?
Wow.
My hell no! It took me a week to do it with a tractor.
I was gonna say, how's he gonna do that?
Well, it's funny. One of my drivers is actually like what he does for his main job is he's a landscaper. So I may enlist the help of him to come and just mow my grass every now and then. So.
And see, I didn't have to waste money on going to a tanning bed like my wife does.
Yeah,
I
facts.
just got it naturally back then.
Yes.
Oh my God, Slim Shady's wife. I think I have a girl crush on her. She's so cute and so sweet and so fun. And that baby, I swear. Oh my gosh. I just was dying. My heart hurt just looking at that baby. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, she was so sweet. I mean, I
And
honestly
Miss
don't.
Slim is just wonderful.
Yeah, she's great. She's beautiful.
She's
I
so
honestly don't think that I
fun.
heard that baby like fuss
No,
anytime that
she
she was out in
smiled
public.
the whole time.
Now
she smiled
I don't
at
know what
everybody.
happened like when you took her back up to the room or anything like that. That might be a different story. But I mean, anytime that I saw her, yeah, she was just as happy as she could be.
When she's getting attention, she's good. When you're not paying her any attention, then she gets angry.
That baby would be sick of me. I wouldn't leave her alone. She'd be like, "Get away!" She's just so cute.
Yes, she
And
is.
she was very smiley. She smiled at everyone.
She
you
did.
know?
She did.
Yeah.
She did. Are you planning on coming to the softball game, Slim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, probably what we're going to do, since we didn't, like, usually we take a vacation during fall break,
Mm-hmm.
but fall break is when she had the baby last year, so we obviously didn't get to do that. So I think what we're either gonna go on vacation the week before it and then stop at the softball game on the way back home, or go on vacation after leaving the softball game.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds like a plan. That sounds like a
Good enough
plan.
excuse, I guess.
Yeah. I
when
know.
and where?
What's that?
When and where?
I mean, it's probably going to be where was it last year? It was somewhere close to Athens, where Raj
It's probably
lives.
gonna be right around Athens again.
Yeah. But as far as the dates, it's usually. I mean, last year we had it around we had it on July 23rd last year, but I'm thinking they're probably gonna. Well, TF is in the comment section. Are we trying to keep it around the same date, Traveling Fools? Statham, thank you, sir. UGA Statham, Georgia is where we had it last year.
Statham.
Yep.
So do you think he'll do it in the same place? I mean,
Well, we don't even know if it's going to be softball yet. There's
Right.
still some controversy over that.
Yeah. If I had to guess, if we do softball, it is probably going to be at the same venue.
that's what I thought.
Yeah. So, yeah, last weekend in July. Thank you, VicTube. He's Traveling Fool says July 22nd, day before BA's birthday. Stop it. Yeah, I mean, Statham. The venue that we had it at was nice. I mean, like I said, it was close to Rogers Place. Not 15 minutes like he said, but more like, well, it might be 15 minutes from his house, but where we stayed at the Airbnb, it was more like maybe 35 minutes a drive, 35 minute drive from where our Airbnb was.
Yeah, well, Nate's house is 15 minutes from Rogers.
That's right. Traveling Fool says it is going to be softball. So you heard it from the horse's mouth. Traveling Fool says it's going to be it is going to be softball.
Traveling Fools ain't gonna let it be bowling. I'm telling you right now. He's not.
Well, maybe we'll switch it to bowling once Traveling Fools takes their revenge and like we beat Team Raj.
What was the score last year?
It was, oh gosh, what was it, like 8-7? Like they beat us in the last inning by 1 run.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
by
awesome.
1 run. 9-7, Sir UGA said. Oh, I thought it was just by 1 run, but I could be mistaken.
I thought it was 1 too.
I could have swore it was 1.
I thought it was 1 run. Yeah, so it was like either like 9-8 or 8-7. I can't remember.
I'm really getting into this idea of the whole nurse thing, you know? And I was thinking, remember, did you see my text I gave y'all yesterday? Like I was thinking about just always being the official slob nurse for all the events since I suck so bad at the slob Olympics, right? So I could be like the official slob nurse for these events. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be
That
fun. That would be fun.
You know?
Are you thinking about coming, Ballard?
To the slob softball game?
Yeah.
In the summer, as long as I'm not taking a summer class, I can talk it over with my grandparents.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be fun.
How old are you, Ballard?
21.
And you got to get permission.
It's just out of respect. That's all.
Well, no, out of respect, you go, hey, I'll be back in a few days.
Exactly.
They'll be like, where the F are you going?
Hell, if I don't change my ways.
They worry about. Well, they were okay with you going with Millis that one time, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Well,
to the Alabama game or
he
whatever.
took him to that out. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
I knew you'd have
Uncle Lou says Granny's house, Granny's rules.
Granny.
Yeah.
I'm not saying at all be disrespectful about it. I'm just saying, hey, I'll be back in a few days.
I think you texted me by accident too, Lou. I'm assuming that text that you just sent was meant for Pete. So you might want to look at that.
He's telling him he forgot his frou-frou drink in the room. Oh God,
man.
I
I'm
want
glad
to
they
go
are
up there
having a
one
good
time
time
too.
though.
We ought to go up there all together too one time. I would
Yeah,
love
that
to
would
go
be fun.
try that.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
I'm not
Slob
trying to
casino
bully
trip.
you, dear. I'm just telling you that text message you sent me.
Is he
that
saying bully me?
No, he said leave me alone.
Actually, I'm being the bully.
I was just letting you know that you might want to send that text message. I'm sure that was meant for Pete. You might want to send it to Pete instead of sending it to me.
Wait a minute. You mean the big bad bully at YouTube can't take a little troll comment?
He's sensitive right now.
Sir UGA, Pete was on earlier, and I guess long story short, they both did like a 2-team parlay for the NBA, And Pete actually hit his, but Lou did not. So he didn't. He didn't make out too well with that. He says I was giving Pete directions to the gift shop because he needs lip gloss to go with his You better stop right now, Lou.
I'm
sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna reiterate the statement I made when I first came on.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh. Man.
I'm so glad I remembered to turn on my alarm.
Yeah. No. Look, trust me. I mean, I knew it had a lot to do with number one, probably the time change, and because I almost struggled yesterday, especially since my kids didn't go to school yesterday. Yeah. I mean, I struggled getting up yesterday too, and then like when I got ready to set up the show, like I couldn't figure out how to do it on Uncle Lou on LouTube. So I'm calling Lou. I'm like, what the hell's going on with this thing? I swear I haven't touched, because like usually when something happens, like the first thing he asked me is, did you touch anything, or did you I was like, no, I promise you I haven't touched anything. I was like, but we were finally able to figure it out.
I love the time change. I don't get why people hate it so much.
I mean, the falling back I can take, but like losing an hour is where it's rough for me. It usually takes me about a week to kind of get over that.
A week?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it usually takes me about a week.
I was over it within half an hour of getting up Sunday morning.
Well, it's funny because like last night, like I was cooking dinner for my kids, and it was like probably around like 6:30 or something like that, and my 16-year-old was like, he happened to see the time on the microwave, and he's like, oh my gosh, it's only 6:30. He was like, why is this so light outside? I was like, because I was like, it's not going to start getting dark till around 7:30 now. But we had a long day yesterday anyway. I ended up having to take him to the doctor yesterday because I thought he might have a sinus infection. But luckily, the doctor just said that he has the crud. But if he's not feeling better by Wednesday, I have to take him back. So we get in the car to come home after the doctor's office, and he was like, what's the crud? I was like, that's just layman's terms for you've just got a head cold. He was like, yeah. He's like, I've never heard anybody say the crud, and I was like, yeah, well, that's what you have. You have the crud. So poor guy though, his nose is all raw from blowing his nose. He's been sick since Friday.
Oh man.
Yeah. So and he's been blowing his nose constantly. So his nose is raw. I told him, I was like, just put some Aquaphor on there. You'll be fine.
It sucks when you start getting raw in the nose and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It does. It does suck. But, I mean, luckily it's not COVID. But he hasn't had a temperature or a fever or anything like that, ever since it started on Friday. So, I mean, thank God for
It's
small
probably just a
blessings.
viral head cold. Yeah. As long as it doesn't go into his lungs, it should disappear on his own.
Yeah, usually around this time of year he gets a sinus infection, but like the doctor was telling me, well, if he's not better by Wednesday, then bring him back in, and then we'll give him something for sinus infection. So
yeah,
I love my kid's pediatrician too. I mean, he's amazing. He's really great.
And you like your doctor too, right?
I love my doctor, yeah. And I've actually only been seeing him, like, I think I started seeing him, like, last year was the first year I started seeing him. I mean, I researched. I mean, I tried to get, like, references and, people telling me, well, can y'all suggest a good primary care doctor? And, I mean, so it kind of led me to him, and he's great, absolutely great. And here's the best part about it, too. Like, they practically do everything in that office. Like, I mean, he told me that he's a chiropractor too, so like I wouldn't need to go to a separate place if I needed, like, to have a chiropractor. Like, they do that in that office as well. He also said that like he's an obstetrician, so he can also do that as well. Which I don't necessarily need that anymore because I had that partial hysterectomy, like 4 years ago. But yeah, I mean, anything I could possibly think to have done, I can actually do it all in that office.
Wow.
Yeah. So, which is great. I love that.
It's like a one-stop shop.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I don't have to have referrals for anything. I mean, like, yeah, he basically does everything. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that is also the one thing that I do like about that.
See, I don't go to a doctor on a regular enough basis to have a doctor.
Most men don't.
Yeah.
I swear
there's
I've been telling Lou that he needs to go to the doctor for that cough, and like he's like, yeah, I'll just go to urgent care if it gets bad, and I was like, okay, and he still has yet to go, but
Yeah. That it's like Pete. Remember Mrs. Pete said he does the same thing.
Yep.
He
I
won't
think
go until he's like dying.
right? So yeah.
I mean, what's the point? Blood ain't gushing out of nowhere. I'm not laid up, and I can't do anything. Shit, I went to work for 2 weeks with bronchitis because fuck it wasn't that bad.
What are you talking about, bronchitis? Oh my gosh.
Well, I didn't find out what it was until I think my oldest daughter was like 3, and she gave it to both of us.
Oh.
And yeah, I mean, they were laid up at the house whining and crying. I was just like, whatever. I mean, yeah, I didn't feel great, but
like I can hold off as long as possible, but I mean, with the kidney stone things, like I didn't start feeling bad till we got back Monday. Like the drive home Sunday, I was feeling fine. I woke up Monday morning and yeah, like I was having some major like stomach issues. So I was like, it's probably something I ate or something like that. So I'll give it a couple days. But then by Tuesday, it was getting worse. I was like, yeah, there's definitely something wrong with me. So I ended up calling my doctor, and he got me right in, which was amazing too. Like I think it was around 10 o'clock. I called him 10:30, and they're like, well, can you come at like 11:15? I was like, absolutely. I said I only live like 20 minutes from the office. So I got in there. They drew blood. He checked me out and everything. So I don't know about any of y'all, but I am notorious for Googling shit, which is horrible because I know I shouldn't do that. But yeah, like
self-diagnosing.
Yes, exactly. So Tuesday morning when I woke up, yeah, like I was Googling shit like, like stomach pain, like lower extremity, stomach. It was weird, and all the things that I came up with was saying that it could possibly be an appendix, like so. And as soon as I got there, he said the same thing. He was like, "Well, where's your pain at?" And I told him, and he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, we'll get you a CT scan just to make sure." He's like, "But from what you're telling me, it could possibly be your appendix, but come to find out, it's not my appendix. That's kidney stones." But then when they called me back Friday and said that, well, yeah, your blood work came back a little bit abnormal. So I'm actually feeling better now. I mean,
I was gonna ask, how you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I passed the stones or not, but I mean, I am feeling better. I'm
trust me, you'll know if you pass the stones.
Yeah. But
I had the same problem with them because I've got bad acid reflux, so I used to take Tums like candy.
See, and I thought that's what it was too. Monday, Monday, like I must have taken like about 10 Tums Monday, and that was the thing. Like I didn't think it was kidney stones because I've had kidney stones before, but this particular sensation or pain that I was feeling was not like kidney stones that I had before, because it was like there was pain, but then also along with the pain there was more like a burning sensation, so like in my chest and like in my stomach. So that's why I thought it might have been like some sort of acid reflux or like indigestion. So Monday, like I must have taken about 10 Tums, in the span of 24 hours. And then, like I said, by Tuesday when it wasn't any better, I was like, yeah, it's definitely not acid reflux. I probably better call a doctor.
Yeah, and all those Tums are what causes kidney stones.
Probably.
Well, it is. I mean, Tums is basically just calcium.
Yeah.
Yeah, the calcium.
That's all it is. I've got a buddy that's the same way. He's round about Lou's age, and he's had the same problem as me. And yeah, he's got the same thing. He used to take Tums like candy.
Yeah.
And the doctor told him, yeah, that causes kidney stones because pure calcium.
Yeah, I remember the first time, like my ex had an issue with kidney stones. Like that was something that he always used to get. But he was also like a huge sweet tea drinker. Like he loved sweet tea. So they were saying that, yeah, that's probably not good for you. it's probably one of the reasons why you're getting kidney stones. But I remember the first time that we ever went to the emergency room because, you know, he was in so much pain. Like, basically, the ER doctor told him, yeah, he's like, I mean, generally with kidney stones, like, we can, you know, give you, like, a shot of Toradol to relieve some of your pain right now. He's like, but really, honestly, I mean, all you need to do is go home, drink, like a 24-pack of beer, and then just wait for it to pass. I was like, what? I was like, you're actually telling him that he needs to go and, like, drink a case of beer?
That's the same. I think that's the same Dr. Raj goes to.
I couldn't believe it. He's like, yeah. He's like, I mean, honestly, there's really nothing you can do about kidney stones. He's like, just go and have a case of beer and then just wait to pass it. So.
Yeah, but you need water, and alcohol's gonna dehydrate you. I mean, well, I don't know about beer, but I mean, I guess.
Yeah, but
Hang
then
on.
when
Can you hear me good?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Something's weird with my headphones here.
Yeah, and then like when they called me on Friday and told me about, you know, like the slight pancreatitis, and she was like, yeah, he wants you to drink 100 ounces of water every day for the next 7 days. Like, she was even like, the nurse that called me, she was like, is that right? And she was like, yeah, I think that's right. She was like, he says 100 ounces of water a day for, you know, for 7 days. So I started off really good the first day. Here it is, like almost a week into it, and I've kind of you know, I still drink water, but I hadn't been getting the 100 ounces. Gosh, that's a lot of water.
I mean, didn't that one woman die drinking too much water? That sounds
You can
like it'd be
die,
right up
yeah.
there
I think I heard
on
something
that.
about that.
Hydrate.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, it was
die
like
from.
one of those radio challenges trying to win something.
And like right now, I'm drinking a cup of coffee. I've only had one though.
Yeah, people can die from drinking too much water. Like people, like if somebody's trying to, like, you know, pass a drug screen, just keep drinking water, they could
Yeah.
actually hurt themselves.
I-
I saw that on ER once, I think.
Everybody's telling
ER.
me that I should drink beer. Beer is good for you. I would if I like beer, but I don't like beer.
It's
So-
flavored beer. Regular beer is too bitter for me.
I mean, you have to have an acquired taste for beer. Like, as I've
Yeah.
gotten older, I mean, there are certain beers that I can drink, but they have to be more on, like, the cider, you know, like the cider part of beer, which I guess technically
I
that's
love
not
that.
considered beer.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah, it has to be like a more of a cidery kind of beer.
that I love.
Yeah.
But like regular beer, nah.
Yeah. I can't drink regular beer. Lou says Tommy fries are good for you. You know what? Maybe I will go have me some Tommy fries today.
I can't wait to try those.
Oh, they're a little.
So there
slice,
must
they're a
be
little
some-
slice of heaven.
Because see, all right, basically they're like potato skins, right? But there must be something that they put on those that
Well,
makes it
they're
so.
potato wedges. So potato wedges, you know, they sprinkle like 3 different types of cheese on them, ranch dressing, and then bacon bits, and yeah, they all, you know, they make it to where the cheese is all melted, and I guess the term for it would be like broiling it or something, like they broil it.
Oh,
But yeah, it is. It's very good.
that's so good.
Yeah, it's very good.
I bet it's good with sour cream and salsa too.
Oh, I don't know about that. I haven't tried them with sour cream or salsa.
Salsita
Salsa.
and
Oh, I'm so
jalapenos.
sorry. He says, Uncle Lou says, it's not bacon bits, lady. It's actual bacon. Have some respect. I am so sorry.
Well,
yeah,
that
it's actual.
probably is
Yeah,
true.
not bacon bits. It's actual bacon. That's
Yeah,
cut
I
in,
think
that's
if it was
cut into
bacon bits, he
bits.
wouldn't like them.
Well, bacon bits aren't bacon. Not even close.
Are they just like bacon flavored crouton baby bits or something?
They're like, you know what they bacon bits actually? So Bacos, you guys know Bacos, right?
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
fake
like a
bacon.
chip.
Yeah, to me that reminds me of just the texture of those things. They remind me of like freeze-dried bacon.
I never had
So like
that.
astronaut food, you know how astronaut food is
Oh.
like, yeah, that's the texture
Okay.
those Bacos are. I think he does eat those though. I don't like Bacos, but I think
Yeah,
he does.
but what are Bacos? I mean, you know, I know everything these days causes cancer, but that shit's probably made of cancer.
It is cancer. You just put cancer right in your body.
Shit, isn't now everything nowadays can give you cancer?
It's like-
Damn.
Everything.
know,
Go
you
to
hear so
California
many
and breathe the air. You'll get cancer.
Yep.
Yeah,
Talking on your damn cell
exactly.
phone can give you cancer. I mean, shit, everything can
Yep,
give you
yep.
cancer.
Every
5G's
time
gonna
I
kill
hear-
us all.
Yep. I mean, hell, I'm
Exactly.
sitting here in front of two screens and talking in a microphone, got headphones on. That's probably going to give me cancer.
Yep,
every
just-
time
just-
every time I hear somebody say, "Oh, they found out that this could cause cancer," and I feel like saying, "Okay, if you're alive and you're breathing air, you're going to get cancer probably because you're going to have some kind of if you breathe, you're going to have some kind of everybody is affected that could everybody's exposed to possibility of getting cancer.
Right.
I think a little cancer is probably good for you. Just a
It
little
was
bit.
for me.
Well, yeah, look at TK. Look at TK.
Well, it was for me. Well, I mean, it made me strong, Well, I mean, it made me stronger in the end, more like but I mean, it was rough going through, but I had Hodgkin's. And so with the chemotherapy, unless you're in like stage 4, or unless it gets in your bones, you're probably not going to make it, right?
Mhm.
But if it's not in your bones yet, which it wasn't, it had metastasized, but they got it quick enough that it didn't but they had to do very rigorous chemo, very what do you call? And it sucked, but you're so drugged up all the time, and then you get used to it after a while.
Yeah.
And then once you're done with it, and I asked my doctor, I said, "When am I going to feel normal again, like not feel these symptoms of chemo?" And he told me, "Oh, it takes about a year." And I thought that was crazy, right?
Jesus.
Listen to this though, girl. At the year mark, I thought about that and I'm like, yeah, for the last month or so, I've been feeling normal again. It took a
Oh.
year.
Well,
It
that's
did
great.
literally took a year. But I mean, it's not like I felt that bad the whole year. It just
Right.
got better and better and better and better, But you get all kinds of weird symptoms. I had all kind of symptoms. Like I had these white lines that would go across perfect lines that would go across my fingernails.
Mhm.
And I would ask my doctor, "What is this?" "Oh, it's the chemo." "Oh, okay." "I
But
have this
see,
pain in my jaw." "What is that?" "It's the chemo. It can cause arthritic type pains." To this day, my right jaw sometimes hurts. Like,
yeah.
you know,
It's like I told you. You remember the last time? I think it was Sunday on my show. You remember how I told you that things like that can affect? I mean, see, like you even said it, like your nails.
Mhm.
Your nails are keratin. Your hair is keratin. So yeah, things
Mhm.
like that, like chemo, can change the the structure of all that kind of stuff.
it was so weird. It's like every little weird symptom I had, even if it didn't hurt, like the lines in my fingernails didn't hurt. It's just weird looking.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's because of this, that the chemo does this and this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, my gosh, it literally affects your entire body.
It
But
does.
like I said, I got through it, and to me, when you go through bad things, as long as you get through it, it only helps you build stronger. It helps build character. You know, it makes you wiser.
No, I
So,
agree. I agree
you know.
with that. I mean, any kind of life-changing situation like that, yeah. I mean, it changes you, most definitely. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the show. I appreciate you, Slim, for coming on, and Ballard.
You're welcome.
So.
And give all your children a hug for me and everything, and give your wife a kiss for me. I'm just kidding.
Like,
Don't tell her I
baby,
said I'm
baby,
just
this is
kidding. I
not
have
for
a
me.
girl
This is for
crush on her.
TK. Yeah. Well,
She's so cute.
She is. She's beautiful.
She's so
yeah.
cute. You just
So-
want to kiss her. Like, I don't know what it is.
Well, safe travels, Slim, on the road.
I'm trying. Yeah, I'll be home tomorrow.
Awesome. All right, Ballard.
All
Thanks
right.
for coming on.
Drive safe, Slim.
Okay.
Y'all have a good one.
Later, Bal.
Bal. Later, Bal. Well, thank you so much for coming on and co-hosting with me today.
Thank you, darling. I had a great time.
Tell the people where they can find you and what you got coming up.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. If y'all go to my channel, what I'll do after I get off here, I'll put I'll just type something in there. Oh wait, no, you can't just click on it. I'll put my link.
I'll
And
do
then
that right now while you're talking.
okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Wednesday I'm gonna have Rec Talk on. He's gonna come. It's gonna be from 8 to 10. Usually I have TK live Wednesdays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. and then Pete comes on at 10 to 12. And Rec Talk, he's a Georgia Tech. For those of you who don't know, he's a Georgia Tech video maker. I met him at
And her lifesaver.
He saved my life. He saved my life. He's adorable, and I want not that I have. He's got way more subscribers than me, but I want everyone who's going to listen to hear this guy talk. He needs to be heard. He is a cool guy. He's very well spoken. He's just, he's awesome. I really, he impresses me. I don't know. I can't explain it.
I mean, you and I have talked about this. I mean, just sitting down and getting to, because Saturday night I was able to actually kind of, because he sat at the same table as we did Saturday night when we were eating dinner, and I mean, just talking to him, I mean, he really is a great guy, and he's really smart, really smart.
Very smart.
Really
very smart. But you know what? You know what's so cool? He's not like an intellectual snob or anything.
No,
he's just so normal. He's like a normal dude.
Yeah. So he's
He's a cool
so
dude.
I put TK's channel link in the comment section. So if you are not subscribed to her, please go ahead and head on over there after the show's over and subscribe to her. Make sure you're hitting the notification bell. Like she said, she's gonna have Rec Talk on there, and you're gonna start it at 8. Is that right?
Well, I start the show at 8. He's gonna try to come on earlier, but he's probably gonna come on at 9.
Okay.
So I'll just probably play mute. Well, I'm gonna be careful with the music and just talk about whatever. I'm gonna find some stuff, some shows and stuff.
Yeah.
To talk about. I mean, not shows, some news or whatever.
Yeah, some news to talk about until he gets on there. So.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, again, head on over to TK's channel. She will be going live Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank you again for coming on with me.
Thank you for having me. I love you, girl. I love everybody.
I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. So just some quick announcements before I get off too as well. As you all know, Uncle Lou and Pete are in Cherokee right now. I know for a fact there's probably not going to be a call-in show tonight on Lou's main channel, so don't be expecting that. I'm not sure. I know Pete usually does the ACC show with Sea-Dog today at 7 p.m. I'm not sure if that's going to be taking place. If it does, it may be on Sea-Dog's channel, so I guess y'all can kind of, if you're subscribed to him or Pete, I'm not sure if Pete's going to be posting anything, on his community page as far as that. So just kind of keep a lookout for that. Of course, no shows Wednesday. Things will be back to normal on Thursday. So he will have a morning show on this channel Thursday. And if you guys are not subscribed to me, on my channel, I do a show on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern, Bad Bitch Fuel. So, again, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel as well after the show is over. Make sure you're hitting the notification bell so you're notified of when I go live. Thanks again for hanging out with me on this lovely Tuesday. It looks like it's going to be a great day here in Augusta. I'm not sure about Cherokee. I think I just saw or Uncle Lou say it's like 20 degrees there in Cherokee. So, but love you guys. I appreciate the support that you guys have all given me, and I hope I am doing the morning show justice by, kind of taking over when Lou is not available to do it. So, love you guys, and I will see you guys next time.